You are now listening to The Final Word, the number one Pacers podcast on the web, hosted by me, Raj, and my son, Preston. Pop by to listen to what we have to say about the state of your Indiana Pacers.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of The Final Word, the number one Pacers podcast on the web. I'm your host, Preston.
And I'm your co-host, Raj. We have another great show lined up for you guys today. But before we get to that, please make sure you share, like, and subscribe to The Final Word. But most importantly, hit that bell icon if you're watching on YouTube so you never miss a show. Plus, it would really help the production of the show. So, I don't know if they can do something different with that.
I like the skills challenge last year. The skills challenge last year was good. But this year it was kind of mid.
Yeah, it's just like this, it's just this obstacle course challenge. And, I don't know. It just didn't really. It wasn't as entertaining as I would have liked it to be. As far as when they were spotting up, shooting the shots from different parts of the court during that challenge, that was just embarrassing. It was just, I don't know, for the NBA players. Even though some of them aren't necessarily all-stars, but for NBA players to be missing as many shots as they did and call themselves professional, it was kind of silly.
Yeah, they should be in the practice room a little bit more, practice gym a little bit more if they're going to be doing that.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So skills challenge, they might need to rework that. Now, the 3-point shootout contest. Now, this was something I knew. I was actually happy because, as you guys know, or maybe you didn't know, but we had two of our very own Pacers involved in the 3-point shootout, which I don't really know the last time we've had two people from the Pacers in the 3-point shootout. And they both did their thing. Buddy Hield and Tyrese made it to the finals. In the first round, Tyrese tied the NBA record for the number of points in a 3-point shootout contest at 31. If he just got one more point, he would have the record, which is nice for his first AllStar appearance. But to tie the record and actually, go to the finals for that contest, that's pretty darn cool.
That is pretty good. And he made top 3 with Buddy Hield. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I really thought Buddy Hield, right when Buddy Hield shot first, he only had 25, I believe. I was like, dang, Dame is about to beat this. And then Dame wasn't looking so hot until towards the end. I was like, oh no. And then Dame hit that last shot and then it pushed him over. And then I was like, dang it.
I was so sad.
And then I was like, okay, well, Tyrese isn't going to beat this. I thought maybe because he tied the record, but it's just, and then on his first 2 racks, I was like, oh no, he's done. And then because they were trying to give him excuses. Well, he did shoot second and he was sitting for a while, but I don't know. I was just a little disappointed, but
yeah, because he only got 17 points that last one.
Yeah, it was only 17. But then the beat was only 25. So it was a good 3-point contest, but the scores were lower in than the first round of it, or whatever you would call it. For the last 3 people to shoot out, the scores were a little lower.
Yeah, and I was really hoping we won. I was like, oh great, two Pacers in the final round. I was like, man, we got a 66% chance of taking home a victory, for the Pacers for this, right? Mm-hmm. And it didn't work out because, when it comes down to it, you got Dame Lillard.
Yeah. And then, you saw what he did in the AllStar game. So, then I'm like, okay, well, that's definitely why. He was shooting half-court shots. I think he made 2 of them. And he just shot it so comfortably. I was like, how are you shooting this that comfortably? Him and Jason Tatum are going crazy on those shots.
Yeah. And
then I didn't like it because, well, I wanted Team LeBron to win because it would have been 6-0 for LeBron. But, and then you had a Donovan Mitchell trying to shoot threes again too. I was like, goodness.
Yeah, but before we get more into that, let's talk about the dunk contest. So, the dunk contest was something that people thought you should just get rid of. Just X the dunk contest, get rid of it. They were trying to think of who can we get in here. They don't have to be NBA players. That's what they were thinking. And then, somehow they revived the dunk contest this year. They had, actually, to tell you the truth, all of the people who competed this year in the dunk contest would have easily won last year's dunk contest. And the funny thing about it is, I don't really know any of these people either. I mean, I knew Kenyon Martin Jr., because I knew Kenyon Martin, who played in the NBA. And then also, no, that was really it. I was only familiar with Kenyon Martin Jr. Trey Murphy, the third, was pretty good.
I knew Trey Murphy.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with him. Jericho Sims, wasn't really familiar with him. Hey guys, we hope you've enjoyed this podcast snippet. If you'd like to continue the conversation with Preston and I, just click on the next video. But always be sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you'll be automatically notified each time we release a new episode. But until then, Martin says... Peace!